We all know that some women genuinely hate men from the deepest bottom part of their hearts. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's warranted. Like the guy who did the drive-by goon session on a woman's leg in a Dollar Tree.
Look, he nutted on my leg. You go to hell.
I'm not gonna lie, if I was them, I'm definitely picking the bear. But sometimes the hatred for men gets a little bit too far. Meet Simone Biles. You should all already know who this is actually, but you know who you don't know? Her husband. He goes by the name of Jonathan Owens, and he is actually public enemy #1 for women right now. And the reason why? He didn't cheat that I know of. He didn't Chris Browner that I know of. No R. Kelly EDP activities took place. It's simply that he stated that he is a prize in the relationship.
I always say we the men that catch me. I always say we to catch me. So she really booked you. She did though.
You're obviously not, right? But do you know how many delusional women have said that they're the prize before in a relationship when they're clearly not?
Because you have a kitty cat does not make you the prize.
And bro is literally in the NFL. Now recently, after Simone Biles actually won a gold medal, people were berating her husband so much that Simone Biles herself actually had to step in. Oh, you look like a mermaid in your profile picture. The comment section here, they are still bitter as hell. At least we know who Mermaid Man is. I still can't remember his name. Why are these people acting like they're famous? It's gotten to a point where you don't only hate men, you hate women who are also in loving relationships with men. Like there is plenty of worse men in this world to be hating on, bro. Take all this energy and take it to the gym or something, bro. You would think that he like, if Mike Tyson her or hit her with a Hadouken. Some of these delusional, useless individuals have gone so far as to even hate on women who do traditional things like cook and clean for their husbands or be stay-at-home wives willingly.
Why is being a stay-at-home mom and depending on a man becoming a trend again? Didn't we learn from like our grandparents and like...
Pardon my mansplaining, but isn't doing this as a choice literally feminism? You guys are more bitter than an unripe banana. And after seeing that recent controversy, it got me thinking, like, goddamn, there is low-key a good amount of delusional ass women in this world who need to get checked, bro. And I know, as a man, you're not supposed to stick your nose in women's business, but goddamn it, today I'm doing that. So today we're gonna be talking about the problem with some women. Emphasis on some because I know that the average person and probably even the majority of women are not like this. And obviously men are not exempt from these behaviors at all either. Men have their own set of horrible things they do as well. I promise I'm not sexist. Now let's get started. Brief intermission, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video. If you've seen my videos before and you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. Back to the video. Number 1, hypocrisy. One thing that a lot of women hate is something called gender roles. Women have to cook and clean, take care of the kids, and quite frankly, I would hate those things too if I was a woman. You basically don't have free will. It's like playing an RPG game and then you're restricted to certain choices. Now the problem occurs where some women will say they genuinely despise gender roles, but then still want the guy to pay for everything, still want the guy to be a provider man, do all the traditional stuff, but don't want to be a traditional wife. Like the amount of people who genuinely despise traditional roles, but don't want to go 50-50 makes absolutely zero sense. And in this economy, unless you're okay with dating a 60-year-old man who's a sugar daddy, buddy, you're not getting taken care of, all right? Now for the hypocrites who hate gender roles, people will start berating men online for doing literally the same thing that so many women do. When I'm finally in my feminine era, but so are the men I talk to. Are you ever gonna tell me good morning? I guess not. Well, I hope you've been having a good day so far. How does it feel to have the tables turned? It's annoying, isn't it? Can I have $50? Put some money in daddy's pocket. Girl, he would have been blocked. Where are y'all finding these super villains? Bro, do you know how many women have asked their man for money to get their hair done? If you lose, you gotta pay for the movie date. Didn't respond. God forbid a woman pays for a movie date. That's the deal breaker. I don't even play like that. The second you even joke about me paying for anything, I'm gone. 3,737 likes. There's 3,000 people who think like this? Oh my God, we're finished. In today's economy, we are not living in 1922 where you could buy a house for the price of a Snickers bar. When I'm finally in my feminine era, but so are the men I talk to. You don't ever do that. Why would I do that for you and you never even got me some flowers? Have you got me flowers? Okay then, like what are you talking about? Hey, my nigga, fair is fair, game is game, bro. If it was a girl who said these messages, I swear to God, everybody in the comment section would be switching up, bro. What's wrong with buying to do some flowers, bro? So let me get this straight. There is certain behaviors that only women can ask for. But if a man were to ask, oh, what do you bring to the table? If men were to ask you to make a goddamn chicken sandwich, they would be wrong, right? Imagine. And let's not even get started on how half of these people be offending the LGBTQ community with their verbiage, bro. Like, isn't making fun of feminine men a direct shot at all gay niggas? Or am I lost? I'm not opposed to traditional values. I'm not opposed to non-traditional values. What works for your relationship works for your relationship. But what I don't understand is how people think that men and women are all that different. Even if you're a man or a woman, who does not want to get taken out on a date? Who does not want to go to the movies for free? That feeling is just not exclusive to women. I'm sorry, that does not make any sense at all. Do women have a chromosome in their head that tells them that they need to get taken out, and men have a chromosome in their head that like they have to provide caveman Bob, make fire, cook meat, hunt deer, drive around, provide women. No, it doesn't work like that. Everybody is just human beings who want to have a nice life. So if the behavior is not okay coming from men, why would it be okay if a woman says the exact same words? My nigga, it doesn't make any sense. Treat people how you want to be treated. And obviously that does not mean I support goddamn relationship communism where everybody has to do the same thing. No, whatever works for you works for you. Delusion. Now there is a whole lot of things that I could talk about when it comes to some women being completely deluded. This might come out of left field, but certain sayings I've heard like pretty girls don't hate. Quite frankly, some of the prettiest people are supposed to be the biggest haters. But you know what's also delusional? The all men are ... logic. I understand being afraid of men, bro. Some men are absolutely horrendous and actually much worse than that, and I can't even describe how bad some of them are. But saying that all men are bad or all men are trash just makes absolutely no sense. You are generalizing 4+ billion people because you had bad experiences with maybe 10 of them. And while I do admit they're horrible experiences, that is still 0.00000000001% of the population, bro. There is a woman named Drew Afwalo. She's basically a revolutionary who leads the charge of all these toxic men-hating women.
When women say they hate all men, like, I don't care. You should.
I will never say, like, oh, not all men. Like, I do think it's all. Like,
I've said before, they're all guilty until proven innocent. And
what? Do you understand how many people would be hating if this was two dudes sitting here talking about, we hate all women. You must learn how to cook and clean before you can even talk to me, young lady. Before you can even step to me. Before you can even polish my shoes, you better feed me grapes. Everybody would be hating on that shit. But this is not getting hated on because they're women. And I'm not even trying to defend these fresh and fit podcast airheads. I'm just pointing out how both of these are very negative things that should be both seen as wrong. She has BLM in her bio. How could you ever possibly have BLM in your bio? Do you understand that BLM came up after black men were being killed? Put BWLM if you're gonna be on that type of timing. Stand on business at least. Fuck wrong with them. Now all jokes aside, I genuinely do not care if you hate on men. Doesn't matter, doesn't affect me at all. I just don't understand the reason. It just creates a cycle of more hatred and men versus women, when instead you could be on here talking about some, maybe we should come together and, you know, live nice happy lives because men and women need each other and depend on each other to have a nice life and function in society. Let's push positivity and let's push peace. Now there is a whole list of other things that people say, like the man versus bear argument. I'm not gonna lie, if I was a woman, I would choose the bear too. At least you get ripped to shreds and that's the only option. Whereas a man could do a whole lot of things that are potentially seen as worse. Dying versus getting SA'd, it's kind of up to preference, I guess. That's crazy that you have to say that, but technically, in my opinion, I think death is probably the worst because you can't recover from it at all. And so in a matter of life or death, I would just personally choose life. But I don't blame the people who would choose the death, which leads me to my next point. Men do the same thing or even worse at times. On our side, we got incels, rapists, harassers, abusers, crazy. So it would be hypocritical of me to be critical of women and not be critical of men too. Trust me, I am not a sexist misogynist. One thing that hurts me the most and ruins my day is when I hear about like the cramps and the pain that like is caused from menstrual cycles. It's just like, damn, bro, I wish I could do something about it. You know, whenever it's that time of the month for my girlfriend, you know, I'm immediately there with all the red roses and the chocolate. I genuinely consume like 3 to 4 books of feminist literature every single day, bro. Trust me, guys, I don't hate women. If I could genuinely spawn 3 billion shadow clones to accompany women on their nightly walks outside to keep them safer, I would genuinely do so because I'm just a great guy, right? And as I stated before, even though it is a lot of women who have some of these issues, I am not one of those people who think, oh, this is most women or all women. Like, no, this is a small minority who's extremely loud. I mean, there is plenty of men that make regular men, like I would say myself, look a whole lot worse. In conclusion, some women have a lot of issues, and a lot of them revolve around their hatred for men. Whether that's feminine men, the average man, traditional men, non-traditional men, it doesn't even matter. The hatred for men even runs so deep that other women began to hate on other women, like the Simone Biles situation. Men and women both benefit from each other in an ideal world, okay? We both need each other. In reality, I think that we are closer to being the same than we are to being different. The genitalia between your legs does not change having to be a provider, being provided for, or having to cook and clean. So hopefully going forward, men and women can live nice and happy lives and work together on pairing a relationship that has been somewhat destroyed online. Yeah, and hopefully I didn't say anything that was too offensive in this video. If I did, please forgive me. I did not mean it. With that being said, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. It's Love Hello. I love you, and I'm out.